Yo, please listen, because this piece right here is on something that hurts. This is the realest that I'll probably ever get with my work. A little boy was walking home from school a couple years back. He was 8 in the 3rd grade. He was poor. He was black. He was young and so naive about the world. He wasn't cool. The only thing he had to look up to in life for him was school. His mama prostitutes tonight. His father left when he was 2. He has to scrap between his 9 brothers and sisters just for food. But it's okay, because he's a little boy with goals and aspirations, full of hope and joy and love and energy and inspiration. Just a little boy that goes to school and really loves to learn. But then, of course, some of his friends had to label him as a nerd. His peers were picking him. Today they tore the collar on his shirt. Oh, God forbid somebody ever come to school to do their work. So losing self-respect, he walks home down the street in his own sorrow, looking forward to his homework, but just dreading school tomorrow. The walk home usually makes him happy, but today it brought him stress. Well, there's only 3 more blocks until his old housing complex, the rundown, musty little joint with no TV, windows, or phone, the jail that he, by circumstance, was simply forced to call his home. But that's okay, because in a couple years, he'll pay more than the rent. He had a dream to grow and be the very first black president. Then he wouldn't wonder where to get his clothes. He wouldn't care. I could do it all, he thought, if I could just get out of here. Well, there's 2 blocks left into the certain safety of his room, and maybe time will pass a little faster if he hums a tune, but no good tunes came to his mind, because on the street, he is a foreigner. At least there's 1 block left from home after he turns his corner, but he turned it, and he met a force that knocked him off his feet and sent him flying through the air and landed hard on the concrete. Someone ran into him hard and knocked him down and went ahead. If he didn't fall in his book bag, he would have cracked his head. He looked up at the dude who hit him as he continued to run. The guy was older than he was, but you could tell he was still young. The guy smelled heavily of blackened mouths, cigarettes, and rum. He had a look of terror on his face. What was he running from? The little boy took time to brush himself off and get off the ground, but then he heard the screech of loud tires and the radio's pound. He knew that one thing happens when dudes run when others take a ride. He hit the ground with his hands on his head to shield from the drive-by. He couldn't hear a thing but gunshots, hitting walls and breaking glass. He couldn't see a thing but wind from burning bullets as they passed. He couldn't feel a thing but outstretched arms with guns. Right then he wished he was the guy with sense enough to go and run. He screamed through cries of rage and hopelessness as they drove down the block. It was after they turned the corner that he realized he was shot. He looked down at a bullet hole that shone out through his dingy shirt. He tried to touch it, but his body shook with unexpected hurt. He tried to stay awake, but he was scared and he was blacking out, and death was coming fast, filling his every thought of life with doubt. A young boy shot down in the street. He had no other price to pay. He was young and with a good vision. Sadly, he passed away. A boy was walking down the street. He was young and so naive. He had a dream to be the president. Why did he have to leave? Now he's dead, shot down hard in the street. But in life, he was lonely. And I guess I was his only friend. So rest in peace, my homie.